everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make a choker style necklace using products from Sam's Bead Box for October 2022. The theme was Art Deco, and wow, were there some beautiful things in the box this month. So if you're interested in checking Sam's Bead Box out, and I will enter the information in the description box below this video, I do have a $5 off coupon that will give you $5 off your first box. Sam's box is $45 plus shipping. That is a box of entirely check glass and gemstones. Really good products. So check them out. You can use that coupon, get $5 off your first box. And the links will be in the description box below this video. So first of all, our encouraging word for today is let your dreams be bigger than your fears. I like that one. It's hard to do sometimes, but it's a good advice. Okay, so what we're going to use today, if you want to make this, is you're going to need some Coriana chain. I do sell this on my website in a bunch of different colors. If you're interested, I will link that in the description box below the video as well. And the reason that I'm using the Coriana chain today is because I don't know that I'm going to bead all the way around this. You know, my neck is 14.5 inches. And I don't know, with a choker, you know, you want it to be fairly, not tight, but you want it to fit. You don't want it hanging loosely. So some of this chain may end up showing. And because this is so pretty, this chain is so pretty and you can bead directly on it. That's why I'm going to use it today. So we're going to be using some Coriana chain. I'm using the... let's see, these were Gold Line Rainbow seed beads that Sam put in the box this month. These are Tohos. They're really pretty. I'm using this Tierra Cast Starburst button that was in the box this month. 2 of the 10 millimeter, are these 10 millimeter? Yeah, 10 millimeter lapis rounds. These little bead caps I pulled out of my own stash, and I'm going to use this on the lapis just because I wanted something to just highlight it a little bit more. I'm using all of these beautiful, let's see, let me find what these are called. Where are they? They're so pretty. Are these the Faceted Beryl and Evening Elegance mix? They may be. I've taken them out of their little bag and now I can't remember what they were. But I think they're the Faceted Beryl and Evening Elegance mix. And I just thought they were so beautiful. They're like an ombre. They're so pretty. So we're going to be using all of those. I've got some, see, these are 5 millimeter, I believe, rhinestone rondelles. You know I like to add sparkle to everything. And that's what we're doing that for. I've got a couple of 1 millimeter crimp beads. Now these are only to crimp the beads on my chain if I need to stop them from sliding. So like if we have to have some chain left over in the back, I will crimp the beads like in the section that they're in so they won't slide around. I've got two 2 millimeter crimp beads, and these are for the closure on the chain. I have 2 3 millimeter, yeah, these are 3 millimeter clamshell covers for the closure on the chain. I have a lobster clasp. I have a 12 millimeter jump ring for the lobster to clasp onto, and I have a little 4 millimeter jump ring to hook the lobster on to the chain. I like to use a lobster closure on a choker style necklace because I want it to be secure, and I'm afraid with a toggle it would come undone, so I like to use a lobster. I have some E6000 glue that I'm going to put in the clamshells just to you know, give them some extra security. Okay, and your jewelry tools and a ruler, and I think that's all you're going to need. So if my neck is 14.5 inches, I want to cut this because by the time I add my clasp on, that's going to be about 1/2 inch. So I'm going to cut my chain at 14 inches. Okay, so here's 12 right here. Add 2 more on, and I'm going to cut it right at about 14. Okay, so there we have our chain. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and bead it. So I'm just going to put my Tierra Cast button on. That's going to be my focal in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to do a bead cap and a lapis bead and a bead cap on each side of the button. Okay. And again, bead cap, lapis bead, and a bead cap. Okay, so just like that. Now my button, I may have to put, you know what, I am going to have to do. So here's what I'm going to do. Because my button's wanting to spin, I'm going to grab out, I have some little clear seed beads that I keep for situations such as this. These are little seed beads that come, like, you know, if you get a strand of beads from Michael's or something, they've got these little seed beads in between them. I keep these out for stuff like this. So I'm going to do, they're usually like size 8s and they're just little clear. I'm going to do about 3 on each side of the button. And what it's going to do is it's going to make it to where it doesn't spin so bad. And it's also going to make it to where when I put my lapis beads on, they sit better. So yeah, about 3 on each side of the button. And that kind of pushes the button out. So now if I put my lapis beads on, they're going to sit just a little bit more like you want them to. Yeah, see that? That's what we want. Just like this. Yeah, see how that makes it sit better? It's just, it evens it up. Okay, let me get all these. Why do I have all these crimps and everything in the way? These don't need to be here. Let's move them. Okay, now we're going to go with our barrel beads, these faceted barrels. They're so pretty. So we're going to do I want to do the rhinestone rondelle first? Probably. Let's do a rhinestone rondelle, a barrel bead, a rhinestone rondelle, and a barrel bead. Now these barrel beads, if you look, they have kind of an ombre effect. They're purplish on one end and they go down to a clear blue. I'm going to put the clear blue ends facing each other. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Okay, we're going to do this on the other side too. Rhinestone rondelle, tanzanite bead, or why am I calling these tanzanite? I keep seeing the purple. They're not tanzanite beads. They're beautiful though. And then we're going to do the blue out to the purple on this one as well. Ooh, pretty. Okay. And I would kind of like to save a set for a pair of earrings to go with this. So let's do one more rondelle. And I'm going to do the purple end out this time because the purple end is what I've got here. And same over here. Okay, and there we have it. Now we could leave it this way, but I would kind of like to use some of these seed beads because these are really pretty. And they will fit right on this chain. I love this Coriana chain. You can just bead right on it. It's so nice. And I'm just going to do a string of them. So there's 4, 5. Get it on there. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do some over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. So we want to make sure everything is scooted up tight. And we want to make sure that this is in the very center of our chain. So I'm going to measure. And I've got about 3 1/4 inches over here. And 3 1/4 over here. Pretty close. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, now that I know that this is pretty well centered, I'm going to take these smaller crimp beads. I'm going to put this one on this end and let him fall to where he touches the seed beads there. And then I'm going to just flatten him down with a pair of chain nose pliers. All that's going to do is keep our beads from sliding around too much. So they'll stay right here in the middle and they won't slide. And I'm going to do the same on this other end now. Okay. You want to make sure that they're pretty tight there in the middle. There's no space. And that just keeps them right there. See, now you can move this around. They're not going to go anywhere. Okay. And now we just need to close it off. So I want to check these 2 ends here. I think well, they are pretty much even. This one for some reason looks shorter to me than the other one, but they're evening up pretty good. I think I will put the lobster on this side. So I'm going to take my clamshell connector, put the chain right up through the bottom of it, take my crimp bead, and I'm just going to come up to the end of the chain, the very end here, and I'm going to crimp that. You want to crimp it fairly tightly, but you don't want to crimp it so hard that it breaks your chain, so just be careful. And then I'm going to take some of this E6000. I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to coat the crimp bead in the entire inside of this clamshell connector. And then I'm just going to close this up. And if there's any that squeezes out, just wipe it off. E6000 dries clear, so you shouldn't have a problem with it showing at all. Okay, same thing on the other side. Clamshell connector, up through the middle, crimp bead, to the end of the chain or close to the end, crimp it down, or just flatten it down. You don't have to, you're not crimping it like you're, you know, like you would be crimping 2 pieces of wire together. That's not what you're doing. You're just flattening it so it holds this clamshell connector on. That's the only purpose for it. And then just put some glue in there and close this up. Okay. Now, E6000 sets up completely. In about 24 hours, it's cured. And in about 20 minutes, it is set up pretty solid. So, okay, now, I'm going to put my lobster and my ring on. So let's do the lobster on this end. And then we'll try it on. Okay, so lobster. Make sure your jump ring's closed up really good, because those clamshell connectors have little thin things in them. And my ring. Whoops. Okay, and I'm just going to hold it up on me. And yep, it's going to fit perfectly as a choker. So if you wanted to add a little extra jump ring over here. You could just to, you know, be able to make it a little bit looser or something, but you don't really need to. All right, so if you've measured right, it should fit you snugly enough just to hang on, but not too tight. So here it is. So, so cute, I think. I really do like it. And I love these beads. They are so beautiful. So check out Sam's bead box. You know, and just, it's a great quality box. And Sam's a great guy. So Sam and Rachel, they're really great. So anyway, here it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell. If you haven't rang the bell, you're not going to know when I upload videos. So if you ring the bell, they'll notify you. So there it is, a cute little choker necklace, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.